Hi guys, I hope everybody is doing good. So today this tutorial is about what kind of makeup you should wear while you're traveling on an airplane or on a bus or on a train or something, because I had a few requests on how to do a traveling makeup. This is how I wear my makeup while traveling, and I try to keep the products I used to a minimum number, and I try to use the minimum number of makeup brushes. And in this whole tutorial the only brush I used was a contouring brush. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and also find this helpful. Let's get started. When you're traveling, try to wear as minimum number of makeup products as you can, because you need to touch up, especially if you're traveling in a plane for like 7 to 14 hours, or if the journey is very long. If you want to keep your makeup fresh, you'll have to retouch your makeup. But there are certain products in the market which last really long, and you really don't need to touch them up as often as the other products. So the first thing you need to do is the makeup look you're going for while traveling should be really easy and simple, with minimum number of products so that it's easy for you to touch up if it's required. I would recommend that you apply a face primer before your foundation, because not only the primer smooths your skin texture, it also keeps the oil in, it prevents the oil breakouts, and also it locks in the moisture so that if you have dry skin you won't get dry patches under your foundation. Secondly, if you want a foundation that would last long, I would recommend the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I think it's called the L'Oreal Infallible, yes, because that lasts really long. And the Infallible range also includes lip liners and lipsticks, which last really long, like they last a lot longer than the normal lipsticks or foundation or lip liners. So when I'm traveling, I prefer that I don't take too many brushes along with me, because my brushes are really precious for me and I don't want them to be destroyed, and I don't want them to get lost in the way. So I try to keep such products with me for which I won't need any brushes. So usually what I do, I sometimes carry a mousse foundation. The one I use is by Gosh, and this is in number 2 sheer, and it's called the Cover Me Up Makeup Mousse foundation. So I use this one, but it doesn't have much lasting power, but it's alright. I really don't need much coverage normally, so it's fine with me. But definitely if I'm traveling for longer periods of time, I won't be using this foundation if I really want my foundation to stay. So after the foundation, next is a concealer. Always take a good concealer with you, but try to take something which is easily blendable with a finger. So I'm using the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. So it claims to be ultimate wear. So I usually just conceal under my eyes with it. So you see that I won't be needing any brush to conceal. I just apply this with my finger. Next, to set your foundation and your concealer, you need a powder, and I would recommend that you take something like a pressed powder with you. If you want, you can use something like a translucent pressed powder, but when I'm using my mousse foundation, which doesn't have much coverage, I prefer to take my Glam Spot pressed powder, and this is in shade PP02, pressed powder 02. The powder is in my shade. And then I just set my foundation and my concealer under my eyes, anywhere I get really greasy or oily. To fill in my brows, I usually use a brow pencil. You guys can use anything that you want, but I usually prefer a pencil because I don't need to carry a brush for it then. And my favorite eyebrow pencil is the it's a bit expensive, but still it's the best. It's the MAC Lingering Pencil, and it's absolutely fantastic. It stays on for so long that you won't even believe. Then you can just draw in your eyebrows. So I'm using this. I really prefer to keep my eyebrows a bit natural, so I just fill in the spaces. As this product is kind of waxy, it will also set your eyebrows in place. So next you apply some primer. I'm using the MUA eyeshadow primer. You can use any eyeshadow primer that you have. It's just that eyeshadow primer will let the eyeshadow stay on for longer. Sometimes I don't apply any eyeshadow at all, so I just skip that step, but as most of you would want to wear some eyeshadow, so I'm going to show you how. I'm just going to use some eyeshadow primer. Apply a little bit of that. Today I'm using one of the MUA Extreme Metallic Quads, and this is in Go Getter. I really love these colors. They're perfect for traveling, really neutral but really silky smooth at the same time. And the reason why I'm saying that you should get something really silky smooth, because we're going to be applying these with our finger. We're not going to be using any brushes. I would suggest that you stay with only one eyeshadow on your eyelid while traveling, because then it's easy to touch up if it starts creasing or something. So I'm going to use this shade and mix a little bit of this. So I'm just going to swipe my finger once over these. Like, so you've got a product like this, and then you just go over your eyelid. So this color is really a shimmery nude eyeshadow. It's just going to brighten up your lids, but at the same time it's not going to be overly dramatic. And I'm just staying below the crease. Just apply the eyeshadow on your lid and blend up with your finger. Apply a tiny bit of it on the inner corner of your eye. Next I'm going to take a tiny bit of this bronze eyeshadow with my little finger, and I'm just going to apply this on the outer corner of my eye and taking it slightly halfway into my crease. And blend it out. Just to give the eyes a little bit of more dimension. Next, for the eyeliner, I personally prefer eyeliner pencils because they are much easier to apply even when you're like in the car or when you're traveling in a train or something. These days in the market there are so many eyeliner pencils, like the Barium Bold Black waterproof eyeliner. And these eyeliners, they set and then they don't move, they won't smudge, and they would last long as compared to the normal eyeliner pencils. L'Oreal has come up with something like this, and I think Maybelline also has an eyeliner pencil similar to this one. And when you apply these, the consistency is much more like a gel eyeliner rather than a normal eyeliner pencil. So I'm just going to line my upper lash line with this. For those who like to apply kohl pencil on their waterline, they can apply the same eyeliner pencil, or they can just use a kohl pencil instead. I would recommend that you don't line your waterline, because usually it just runs down, it just bleeds and comes down on your lower lash line. So if you don't want that effect, avoid a black kohl pencil or an eyeliner on your waterline. When I'm traveling, I like to have thick and longer lashes but with less drama. So sometimes I go for a brown mascara rather than jet black mascara. So today I'm using a brown mascara, and this one's the Stiletto Voluptuous Mascara. And this one's by Maybelline. If you want, you can also opt for something waterproof, a waterproof mascara. In case you rub your eyes while traveling, your mascara won't come off. I always contour my face, and the product I'm loving these days is the Sleek Contouring Kit, because it's got a highlighter in it as well. So I'm going to use this contouring shade, and this is 885 in medium. So the only brush I take along with me is my angled contour brush because I want my contouring to be perfect. For the blush, as I don't want to take along any brushes with me, I usually prefer something like a mousse blush or a cream blush. These days I'm loving the Revlon Pinch Me gel blush, and this one's in Cheeky Cheeky. I would recommend that you go for something like a lip and cheek tint, like the one with from Benefit. George also does cheek tints, um, and I think Miss Sporty also does cheek tints. Well, a couple of drugstore brands also do cheek tints, so you can easily find them in drugstores. Or else you can use the Maybelline Mousse blushes, or Max Factor's cream blush, something for which you won't need a brush to apply with. So I'm going to use my Revlon gel blusher. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of it. And this gel blusher stays on really long, and it gives such a natural flushed look. I really love this product. I used this when I was traveling down south last week, and it stayed on for so long that I got really impressed with this one. When you're traveling, opt for something which is neutral or softer tones, because if you wear dark colored lipsticks like reds or browns or something like that, they're really difficult to manage. So use something which is quite natural, neutral, and which is quite easily manageable. The lip liner I'm using right now is the lip liner by Ravage UK, and these are also available in Pakistan. It's called Ravage, and the color is in Hot Tea Pink. It's a beautiful kind of rosy, pinky, nude kind of color. I love this lip liner. Don't necessarily have to go for a nude lipstick, but you can just use lighter shades of lipsticks which are low maintenance. On top of my lip liner, I'm using lipstick by Sleek Makeup, and this is in Liquor, and it's a beautiful nude color, kind of pinkish nude, but it has a gold shimmer running through it, so it looks amazing in the sunlight or in the daylight. It's a really beautiful color. I love this. On the lips it looks neutral, but when the light catches it, it gives a very subtle gold sheen to it. So this is one of my favorite lipsticks from Sleek Makeup. So guys, this is the complete look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I do hope that you found this tutorial helpful and you got some tips and tricks about how to wear your makeup while traveling. So till my next tutorial, you guys take care. Bye bye.